everyone to the Australian Formula One podcast. This is podcast number 5. I'm joined by my very good friend Pep. Hello, Pep.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Really well. Thanks everyone for joining us for our podcast. We've got a great show for you today. We've got a lot to discuss.
Mate, we have.
First of all, before we get into the business of the podcast, just like to thank all of those people that have emailed us with their comments. It's been fantastic. Pep and I've enjoyed reading them. And would also like to give a very special shout out to all of our new subscribers to the podcast.
Yeah, we've had a few. Thanks very much.
Today, as I said, we've got a lot to cover. Pep, I think, would like to give a special mention to a few people before we do that.
Yeah, mate. I just want to say a shout out to JP in Canada. He saw our helmet video and has made 3 of his own.
Yeah, Canada.
They are awesome videos. They're great helmets, and good on you, JP. We've actually favorited JP's videos on our website, so on our channel, so you can see JP's videos. But well done, mate, and I love those helmets. They're great.
Yes, and thanks for emailing them.
Well, Max, podcast number 5, we're going to be talking about new car launches. And look, the last episode we did talk about 4 new car launches. We talked about the Toyota, the Ferrari, the McLaren, and the BMW, but there's been a few since then.
Yep.
The first one actually was Renault. Now, Renault tested with a dark blue and yellow livery for a while, but then when the car was actually released, it's got this ING splash along the car, and the back of the car is obviously very orange because of ING. So I actually saw some mock-ups on the internet where people had mocked up different liveries, like designs that they thought were pretty good.
Cool.
And I saw some really cool Renault liveries, and this one isn't one of those. This livery it's a bit boring, and it's got too much orange, and it doesn't have the yellow. And
I don't think anyone would really associate a Renault with orange, would they?
No.
Arrows, yes, but not a Renault.
I mean, it looks great. I mean, the Aero, it's a great looking car, but I just was a little bit disappointed with the Renault livery, I've got to say.
Oh, just as long as it's fast, mate. I think that's what people are going to be mainly interested in. We'll get used to it.
Yeah, lap times are more important than what the car looks like.
Than making a pretty car. Yeah, that's true.
So also, Honda didn't actually have a launch of their car. What they did is they went to Catalonia and displayed this new black livery car. They're saying that they're going to release the proper livery in about a month. So until then, they're just sporting this plain black livery, and it's hard to see about what the Aero looks like, but it's still the Honda looks great. It's just got the black with the white Honda lettering.
Well, I think you remember they did this. They've done this in the past, pulling out the black livery when they first launched their car. Pep and I were discussing earlier today. We think it might be a bit of a homage to McLaren, who in the past, when they first released their cars, they were orange in colour for years.
During the testing
to me, it's a backhanded compliment. Yeah, that Honda now are starting the tradition of what is predominantly a white car is starting out its life as a black car.
Yeah.
But I think McLaren should be sort of kind of happy that they've had that backhanded compliment.
So what Honda did is they launched their car at Barcelona, and they went out and did a few laps and did some testing. Jensen stopped on the track. He had, quote unquote, a minor problem.
Perfectly normal for this time of year, as I'm sure everyone would agree.
I'm sure it'll come out exactly what that problem was, but at the moment it's just been quoted as saying a minor problem.
And I'm sure it'll come out as an oil leak or something or other like that, and the real cause of the problem won't actually come out, because Honda are not going to tell anyone that they had a problem.
But they had a problem with their engine.
Whatever it is, we may get the truth. If not, they'll give us something that'll make us feel happy anyway.
Well, Rubens did 51 laps, so even though Jensen pulled over with his minor problem, Rubens did 51 laps, and in the new black car, so at least they can say they got some testing done with the Bridgestone tyres. Well, Max, in the last 24 hours, literally, actually on Australia Day, Red Bull released their new car, the RB3.
Omen, could be a good omen.
Could be. Australian driver.
Australia Day launch.
And
you do the math.
Adrian Newey has said that this car was built with a totally clean sheet of paper. Just totally, and we knew that. I mean, we've said that. Everyone knows that. But they launched their new car. What do you think?
Oh, Pep. It's got shades of McLaren in it at the front, as far as I'm concerned.
Slim nose.
Yeah,
at the
slim monocoque. It's tapered at the front. The fantastic front wing with the dip down the middle of it.
Yep.
It just screams McLaren to me. At the end of the day, if a car's quick, a car's quick. He's incorporated the quick bits, obviously, at the front end of the RB3 for what he did at McLaren.
You said to me earlier that the front wing was so newy. It was just totally new front wing.
Yeah, big time. I mean, again, if I'd have painted that car silver at the front and put red stickers on it, you'd swear it was a McLaren front. And that's great. I mean, it was quick. The car's quick. The cars he previously designed, they all did well. Bar MB418A and
Mate, I thought it was a very saucy looking car.
oh, yeah.
I thought, the first thing I thought was it's very aero-y. I just went, yeah, it's very sleek. There's a lot of aero. You know what I mean. It's a very aero car.
It is, and you'll remember last year's car when they first released it, they had a cooling problem and they had to cut fins in the side pods to try and cool the engine down. So I think that's why Nui this year, when he finished gardening leave and came on board, he looked at what he had and said, we're starting again. There's nothing salvageable from that car, so we're not going to develop it during the year. We're just going to go straight onto the RB3. Things are basket case.
Well, while we're talking about Red Bull, Webber has said this week that he predicts it's going to be a very close season in 2007, and you and I think, agree with that. It's going to be a very close season. He said that obviously Ferrari and Renault are going to dominate, but the McLaren, Honda and BMW will be chasing them very closely. And he also, of course, said that Red Bull would be doing that, would be chasing along. But I agree, mate. I think that it's going to be a very close season. It's going to be... I think I said the other day about the other season where 8 different drivers won races, and I think that could happen again.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I'm a little bit surprised that he's included Renault as one of the 2 teams to beat. I say that based on the driver lineup. You've got a rookie in Kovalainen coming in. Mm-hmm. You've got the old hand in Fizzy. Who's been comprehensively driven by Alonso over the last 2 years in particular.
Fizzy's too slow. Well, mate, Webber is predicting a close season, and also he's saying he's refreshed and his motivation is sky high. He's ready to take on and hopefully give race wins. Who knows? Fingers crossed. But,
well, he's got every element this year at his disposal to at least grab a couple of sneaky wins, if anything. He's got a car designed by Adrian Newey, and he's got an engine manufactured by the winner of the last 2 World Championships.
Yeah.
So the package itself should be good. So I'd be more optimistic and more refreshed than ever.
We've had those car launches, but we've still got a few to go. We've got the Williams and the Spyker, which are going to be released in early Feb. So who knows what their liveries and what their car's going to look like aero-wise. But yeah, a few more to go.
Yeah. Williams will probably be a blue car with a red Toyota sign on it. Who knows?
And then, of course, still to be confirmed, Super Aguri and Toro Rosso, they haven't actually posted when they're going to release their cars yet, so we'll see. Well, mates, that's the end of another podcast. Thanks very much.
Thank you, mate. Well, we've come to the end of another podcast. I can't believe it already.
Yeah, well, we've come car launches now, and we'll have more episodes with other things in Formula 1, so thanks very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.